Have you ever thought about the impact of disabled contestants and same-sex partnerships on Strictly Come Dancing for disabled and LGBT communities? BBC's popular dance entertainment show, Strictly Come Dancing, has been both hailed and criticised for its efforts to promote and incorporate inclusive casting practices within recent years. It has made headlines for its inclusion of same-sex dance partnerships and disabled people in these formalised dance routines. Whilst there is great praise for the representation offered by the show in popular media and in the work of some academics, others question the presentation of the contestants and suggest that the show does not go far enough in representing the communities as it could. In 2022, researchers from the Centre for Dance Research at Coventry University conducted a project investigating gender and disability representation on Strictly Come Dancing. The research was funded by the AHRC, BBC Public Engagement Fund and the Research Excellence Development Fund through Coventry University. From the research, we found that 1. Being represented on Strictly Come Dancing is extremely important to people from disabled and LGBTQ+ communities, and resulting public perceptions of this representation is significant. It was recognised that the popularity of Strictly has a meaningful impact on public perceptions of gender and disability that are often further developed through media engagement and relational discussions. Conversations between family members and friends as they watch the show or interactions on social media can widen perceptions but also perpetuate damaging assumptions. These can then influence how disabled and LGBTQ+ communities are perceived and treated in real-world situations. In addition, greater representation on mainstream programmes can affect sense of identity and belonging for many disabled and LGBTQ+ people. Repercussions of the choices programmes make regarding inclusivity and representation should not be underestimated. 2. There is a need for popular shows such as Strictly to engage and work with disabled and LGBTQ+ communities to ensure meaningful and accurate representation on the show. Strictly Come Dancing is much beloved for the journey the celebrities traverse in their dance learning experience. When celebrities are representing marginalised groups, the presentation of this journey needs to be carefully considered to ensure the narrative balances the lived experience of the performer, understanding of how this might be received by audiences and the requirements of Strictly as an entertainment programme. By not engaging with communities who consistently work in either the dance and disability or dance and gender space, there are missed opportunities to develop innovative and meaningful representations of disability and gender on the show. 3. To develop the legacy and the future possibilities of Strictly's commitment to inclusivity, accessible and inclusive practices need to be strengthened and expanded. Strictly's work in inclusivity and representation is often referenced as an example of good practice, sometimes at the forefront of change, and its progression is commendable. Due to this, it is important to consider what a longer-term commitment to inclusivity and representation of dance on popular television shows could do to develop public understanding and experience of disability, gender and difference. This is not only concerning inclusivity on the dance floor, but also how dance floor activity is shared with audiences so they can take part for themselves. Moving forward, we recommend the following. 1. Implement accessible and inclusive practices on the show and the digital dissemination platforms that are long-lasting and consistent. For example, live British Sign Language interpreting on every show. 2. Build relationships with communities who hold the situated knowledge and have lived experience of dance and disability or same-sex partnering. For example, Paradance UK, People Dancing, UK EDC, One Dance UK and more, and ensure that any work is financially compensated. Three, be open and transparent about the show's work with communities and the learning that takes place as part of these collaborations to educate audiences about inclusion and access. 4. Demonstrate a continued willingness to effect change through the example set on the show, fostering public perception change, challenging dominant norms and narratives, and diversifying leadership. Remember, keep dancing!